Uh-oh.
Let me see.
Salaki, Cap.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Whoever says
I,
Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
no, I just had you could let them talk. I just had a precept. I wanted to see if this went along with what you were saying earlier.
Oh, by all means.
All right, this is Ephesians 4. I'm gonna read 11 and 12. It says, "And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors, like Pastor Sam, and teachers,
Mm.
for the perfecting of the saints,
No, no,
for the
no,
work of the
nah, nah,
ministry,
nah,
for the
nah,
edifying
nah,
of the body
nah,
of Christ."
nah, cause nah. Rick, can you tell the people where you at again?
This is Ephesians chapter 4,
Mm-hmm.
verse 11 and 12 is what I read.
And when
Would you
you
like
can,
me to read it again, sir?
yeah, please. I just please want you to read it again.
It says, "And he gave some apostles,
Mm-hmm.
and some prophets,
Mm-hmm.
and some evangelists, and
Mm-hmm.
some pastors
Mm-hmm.
and teachers,
Mm-hmm.
for the perfecting of the saints,
Mm-hmm.
for the work of the ministry,
So
for the edifying of the body of Christ."
So you telling me that the reason why he gave the apostles, prophets, and evangelists is for the perfect. So the saints are supposed to be perfecting themselves. Is that what we just read here?
That's what I think, sir. I mean, I don't know
So
what Pastor Sam
so
thinks.
why is Pastor Sam telling me when I say we supposed to be perfect or at least perfecting ourselves, he's telling me I'm wrong. I need Pastor Sam.
That ain't all I
That's
said.
because you are. That's
That
Okay.
ain't
because
all
you
I
are
said.
wrong, Captain.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hold
See,
on, hold on,
if
Pastor
you was a
Sam.
Christian,
That's because you are wrong, Captain.
Okay,
Because
now
if your homeboy over here would have continued to read to verse 13,
right.
it says, "Until we all attain the unity of faith
Mm-hmm.
and of the knowledge of the Son of God,
Mm-hmm.
to mature manhood, to
Mm-hmm.
the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ."
Mm-hmm.
So you got to read in
Can we
context, right?
can we keep
And then
going?
it goes further down. I'm almost done.
Go ahead.
It goes further down, which is the very important part that y'all like to skip,
Mm-hmm.
so that we may no longer be tossed to and fro, children tossed to and fro
Mm-hmm.
by every different wave of doctrine,
Right.
right?
Right.
Carried away with every different wave of doctrine by human cunningness, which I have seen up here, by craftiness and
Mm-hmm.
deceitful schemes,
Mm-hmm.
which I've seen up here as
Mm-hmm.
well. Right, so let's read in context and let's not
And
cherry
if we do
pick
all, if
scriptures,
we
right?
do all those things,
Right? Let's not play with scripture.
so
Big
if
little
we
I
boys
like that
and big
concept.
little girls want to play with big scripture.
Mm,
Come on.
thank you, I appreciate it. Now, for those that don't know the rules of this particular dialogue, Sister Cherry Ramon would not wrong for interrupting, but I only had y'all engaged because Pastor Sam needed a timeout. I'm allotting an hour to me and Pastor Sam, and then after that, other people will engage. But because Sister Cherry read those two verses, I'm going to destroy her on that real fast and then get right back to Pastor Sam. So I'm going to read those same verses read those same verses because I don't know why she did that. So the first verses that the brother gave was in verse 11, it says he gave some apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, some pastors, some teachers. Verse 12, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ. Now that's where the brother stopped. And we said, see, the job of the teachers and the pastors is for perfecting the saints. Sister Cherry got up here and said, we got to keep reading as if it's going to stop the logic of us being perfected. So verse 13 and 14, which she read, till we come in the unity of faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ. That's what it's saying. Till we all come in the unity. So the job of the pastors, the preachers, the teachers is to perfect the saints, to of the knowledge of the Son of God unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ. Here's verse 14, that we henceforth be no more children. How do we no longer be children? Getting taught by the preachers and the teachers of the perfecting of the saints. Tossed to and fro. How do we stop getting tossed to and fro? With the perfecting of the saints. Carried about with every wind of doctrine by the perfecting of the saints. by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, by the perfecting of the saints. If you're not perfecting yourself to be the saint, you will get tossed to and fro with doctrine. You will get seduced by craftiness. You will be deceived. So I don't know why those extra verses was read, but Sister Cherry, when me and Pastor Sam get finished, you can for sure come back and have a response, but I would not have done that if I was you.